Hello, everybody. Welcome to Ken Knows Gambling, and happy Hump Day. All right, it's Wednesday already, and let's see. Before we get started here, who's my sponsors? My member sponsors of the day. Disco Dan. I haven't heard from you in a while, brother. Give me an email or something. Let me know you're still hanging out. Nerf Uncle. Doug Thompson, Brent Broad, and I've only got 2 left, so I'm going to have 6 sponsors today. Tulsa Pope, the Vegas Matt guy, went there and wowed Vegas Matt. And then John Green, one of my big-time sponsors here is John Green. A lot of support. Thank you so much to all you members. It allows me to do what I do. I want to do more, and with your sponsorship and your membership, I'm able to do that, like the bracelet giveaway that I did. Well, I told you I ran out of the lava with the silver, but my wife made some more, so I've got some now. They're back in stock, but I'm going to wear the lava with the white. This is my favorite, the 9-inch lava with the white beads. I just think that is just nice. Really shows up well. And so they're in stock. You can find them at my website, kenknowsgambling.com. The sports service special till the 22nd of August. My store. If you want to block out 30 minutes, an hour with me, all that stuff, anything I'm doing, you can find on my website. Go visit me at kenknowsgambling.com. And then, as always, my little warning to everybody. Every strategy will get beat by itself. I don't care who makes it, who says it won't get beat. I don't care. Every one of them, that is reality, that's the truth. Without strict money management, bankroll, discipline, getting off that table, if you don't have that stuff and you're not here to learn that stuff, if you're just looking for a holy grail strategy, you ain't going to find it. And as a matter of fact, when you go to the casino, you're going to have a nightmare most of the time. And you ain't going to have no fun, right? But I'm supposing you're here because you either want to learn it or you already have it, and you enjoy learning the correct way to do things, okay? With what I teach you, you got a shot. Making money, being consistent with it. Without it, you're dead in the water. You might as well not even go. That's some more truth, boys and girls. And before I get started doing what I'm doing, every once in a while, I hear the same things over and over and over, and it just, most of the time I can let it go. Most of the time. But a lot of times I can't. Well, I'm going to tell you something I don't understand. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, but everybody's self is different. But here's the deal. I go win $300. I'm going to put it right out here for you. I go win $300. And here's what I hear. Well, you know, Ken, I had to drive 2 hours to the casino. And you know what? To win $300, having to go 2 hours there and 2 hours back, and I'm only there for 10 minutes, it just ain't worth my time. Boy, I hear that, and it's like fingernails on a fucking chalkboard, man. And I'm going to show you something today. I want you folks that'll listen to me, I want to show you something. Just in case there's somebody out there that says that. My brother said it to me yesterday, and it would spawn today. Well, you know, shit, it ain't worth my time to travel that far. Well, nobody said you had to leave as soon as you're up $300. I'm saying get off the table, take a break. But let's assume that you left. All right, let's look at it in reality. Here's reality. Let's say you make $300 a day at your job. All right, so we can make everything equal. This is a 9-hour day because you eat lunch. But really, we're going to divide everything by 8. But really, maybe it's an 8.5 hour because of a half-hour lunch. Okay? All right, you made $300. All right, now they're going to take out about 20% of taxes. All right, let's say your wife has got you on insurance, whatever. We're just talking about just money. 20% taxes. Well, 300. That's $60 in taxes right off the bat. So we're going to take $60, and I'm going to show you it's just not worth it. Right? All right, there's that quarter. $60 taxes. Okay? And you eat lunch. Okay? Lunch is expensive anymore. You spend $25 on lunch. All right? Then maybe you work close. You look close to the home. You work close to the home, and it only costs you $2 to drive to work and back. So we're going to give them $2. So your net for that 8.5 hour day is $213. That's your full day, 8 hours. All right. Now, you drove 2 hours to the casino. Okay? You made $300, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, who cares? And then you turn your happy ass around and you go straight home. Okay, let's see what happens here. I don't have to take out 20% right now. I didn't win the $1,200. That triggers it, right? No taxes there, but I did eat lunch. Same $25. But this time, I've got to spend on gas money. 2 hours there, 2 hours back. It's probably a half a tank. We'll call it $30. So we're going to take 50 and give myself 20 back. $30 in gas. So I've ate lunch just like you did. I filled up my gas tank. It ain't $2. It was $30. And that's it. There's my expenses. Okay? So when I get home from that trip, for the day, I netted 1, 2, 225, 35, $245 that day. All right? So let's look at a net. $245, 2 hours there, 2 hours back, 30 minutes for lunch is 5.5 hours. So divided by 5.5 equals, I'm netting $44.54. I'm netting $44.54 an hour. Net. Okay? You, on the other hand, 8 hour day, you netted $213. So we're going to go $213 divided by 8 hours. You netted $26.62 an hour. 8 hours, 5.5 hours. And the bottom dollar that you can put in your bank account is $225, $245 is what I get to dump in my bank account. You get to dump $213. I made more money than you in less time. In actual physical work, I only had to work 10, 15, 20 minutes. In actual physical work. You had to work for 8 hours, the boss on your ass, flipping papers, computer work, typing, whatever the hell you do for 8 flipping hours. It took you 8 hours of work to net $213. It actually only took me 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes to net my $245. Now here's the question. Before you say, well, it ain't worth it. First of all, I made more money than you did in 8 hours. I only physically worked 20, 30 minutes. If you want to call driving, working, fine. But I still worked less than you, made more money than you. Even if you get in your car at home, drive 2 hours, get to a spot, turn your happy ass right around, go halfway, eat lunch, and get back in your car and get home. You're home in 5.5 hours. And you made more than you did at your job. Now again, I ask you, how in the hell can you tell me it's not worth it to drive a couple hours to the casino, make $300 and go home? If you did that every single day, 5 days a week, and you netted $245 a day, 245 times 5 is $1,225 a week net, times, and we'll say you take 2 weeks off, times 50 weeks. That's 61 grand a year, boys. But it ain't worth it, is it? Well, what is worth to you? Making moves, going for $1 million. That's the worth. And so when you come home and your bankroll's empty, well, I guess that 2 hours was worth it now, wasn't it? You can see why it just grinds my gears. I don't understand it at all. Maybe somebody in the comments can maybe share with me, where I'm wrong. But I don't believe I am. I just proved that it is. And that's the thinking that you got to have if you want to be a consistent winner. I'm sorry, but that's the deal. All right, let's get to it. We're going to continue a little bit with the rabbit and the turtle. All right, I'm going to do the most popular rabbit strategy, right side, and I'm going to do my don't pass spread. That's it. I need 2 bankrolls, though, don't I? Oh, I don't want to separate 2 bankrolls. Let's just take this out. No, I need that. 25. Let's take this out. All right, there you go. We're going to say $2,600. And then I'm going to go, should have pre-planned, y'all. Sorry. We're going to give him 2 grand. We're going to give him 5. And we're going to give him, there. Equal feet here. Equal feet. This is going to be my don't pass spread. This is going to be my rabbit. What is the most popular rabbit strategy out there? Across. 160 across. That's what we're going to do. We're just going to let him do a simple drawdown. No, nothing else. Hit it, draw it down so you can have the most profit that you can have. I'm gonna do this the best that I can. And I'm gonna do a don't pass spread, okay? So, I gotta be careful. I messed up yesterday, but actually, the rabbit lost more and I won more, really, by my mistakes. All right, so here we go. Let's get up. Well, first of all, I've got to do a don't pass. That's first. All right, here we go. Where's my dice? Right here. All right, let's just do a little bit more rabbit and a turtle. There's a 4. Now, I'm going to go ahead and max that. 150 would win 75. That's maxing that. So, that's 150 on the 4. A little don't pass spread, right? Not you, but the rabbit comes out at 160 across. All right, I think we're good. A little tortoise in the hare, man. All right, here we go. And who knows? Sometimes the right side guy can get on those long runs and kick ass. It happens, but not enough. All right, so here we go. Roll number 1. There's a 10. That's good. You're going to win 50, and you're going to draw it down. I'm going to give you every opportunity. Okay, there's a 5. You're going to win 35, and you're going to draw it down. All right. Now, as soon as your rack is back, you're going to start playing with profits because that's what they do, right? right, so here we go. There's a 3-0. And there's the 7 out. All right. So, let's lose here. So for that shooter, the rabbit lost 25 bucks. Not bad. Not bad. And he did a complete drawdown. He kept every dollar. And let's see, me, I win the 25. That was on a 4, so I win 75 there. Let's bring everything back. You're down, the right side guy, the rabbit, because he's an Action Jackson junkie. Gotta have that action. Gotta go for the moon. Gotta make big dollars. You're down a quarter. I'm up. $100. Oh, I don't know what that is. I will give it to the dealer. Tip money. There you go. All right, let's do that again. All righty. Let's see here. I come out with a quarter. And let's get a point. There's a 3. Yay, me. There's a 9. Okay? 9. We're only going to do 2 times. We're going to do, let's see, 3. Let's do 90 wins 60. Yeah. 60 wins 40. Let's do 60. Not get greedy. 60 wins 40 on the 9. All right. Let's come back out. We're going to do it 160 across, draw down. And then if we can get into some profits, we're going to play with our profits. All right, here we go. A 5. 35. Simple drawdown. Now, some of you, since that's profit, you're going to want to play with that profit. But you're not in profit yet. Okay, that's another thing I got to remind myself to do before this video is over. Another thing that bothers me. So you'll want to stay tuned for that last thought. All right, here we go. There's the 7 out. Oh man, it wasn't as good a roll as it was last time, was it? All right, let's see here. I get a quarter there. That was a 9, so I get 40. Like so. Let's bring all mine back. Oh my goodness gracious. I hope y'all are catching me. We're up 175.8. We're up 190 bucks. All right, let's try that just one more time. Pass. There's another 9. Here we go. Okay, 9. I'll do the same thing. 60 wins 40. Actually, let's just do it from here. 60 wins 40. All right, here we go. The most popular way right side bettors play, other than maybe the pass line, max odds, and the comp. I might do that next time. Okay? Here we go. All right, there's the 9. Okay, in this case, let's start with me. I lose this on the 9. All right, I lose that. So I'm going to go up to 50 here. So I'm set there. You won 35. But you're not going to draw down because that was the point. You're just going to turn them off. Okay? We good? I think we are. I'm trying to be slow here. All right, here we go. There's a 10. All right, now you're on. Me, We're gonna max that. Let's see. If I go 200 to win 100. Now we'll just go 200 to win 100. We're okay. Not quite maxed. All right, we ready? Here we go. There's a 6. You get 25, 35. You're gonna pull that back and draw that down. Okay. Boom. There's another 6. That ain't nothing. There's a yo 11. That ain't nothing. There's a 5. You're going to get 35. And draw that down. You're thinking, well, you've won 2. There's $70 in profit. You're thinking about doing something, but you're thinking, let me get one more. All right. Oh, too late. You had thoughts of actually shooting the moon and press it. You had thoughts. You did have thoughts. But this time, it just didn't let you. 3 shooters. That's all I'm going to do. I think it's good enough to prove my point. All right. $50 flat. And our point was a 10, so we're only gonna win 100. Now let's bring me back. And we're gonna get a total here. All right, my rack is back. All right, 10, bump on a pickle, turtle, easy, whatever. 100, 200. There's my $255. I take my happy ass back to the house and put that in the bank. Because to me, that's worth it. Because to me, I made more money than you did at your 8-hour job. That's a fact. Tip. I'm done. Leaving. Bye. Okay, let's see you. Mr. Rat, and this time I didn't go off of a sheet. That sheet was random yesterday, and it was heavy 7-ounce. This was 3 7-ounce rolling them. It happens more often than you hit your shit. All right. So, what happened to you? Here's your profit: 25, 35, 45, $50. You made 50, but you lost. Let's see what you got over here. We start with 2,600. Let's put this back, and let's put this quarter back. So your net for today $375. You lost $125. Now here's what's going to happen to the rabbit. You drove 2 hours. You're not going to accept a $125 loss. You're not going to accept it. What are you going to do, Mr. Rabbit? Well, you're going to get more aggressive is what you're going to do. Let me get my rack back here. I'll sit this over here. Mr. Rabbit, you're going to go, I'm not taking that $125 loss. I ain't driving 2 hours to lose $125. What are you going to do? You're going to start pressing quicker. Maybe it'll work. You're going to start turning them damn things on and get aggressive. You're going to get it back. Let's see. 7 out. Fuck you. Sorry. Okay, now you're down 160, 260, almost $300. Now you're really pissed off. But that's all the money you got. Then you're going to do really crazy shit. And I've showed that before. This is random dice roll. Turn the camera on and go. Let that sink in to those that want to accept reality and you want to accept truth, let this be a reality lesson for you. Okay? All right, last thing I'm going to say before I leave, and this one bothers me too, and I'll let you guys go. House money. So I got $2,600 or $5,600. Okay? And let's say I'm up $150. And this is what I hear. Well, I'm up $150. I'm now going to play with profit. I'm going to play with house money. House money. And you come out here and do something. House money. All right. That also jacks me. This is, once this money comes to you, please hear me, y'all. This is your freaking money. Ain't the house money. This is yours that you can put in your pocket and go away. This is your money. So when you take that 150, come out on a 6 or 8 or whatever, you're playing with your money, not the house money. Now, in your head, I'm playing with profit. If that 7 comes now and I lose, I'm even. What's the harm? Well, the harm is you lost $150. What do I teach you? Get to your goal, say 250, and then you made an extra $60. That's excess. This is 250. You're going to put that in the bank like KKG's told you to. And you're going to try to do everything else. This is your money. So is this. Now I'm playing on excess. If I lose this, I'm still going home. I'm telling my members and subscribers, you can't do this until you lock up your win goal. You're not going to play just because you're up 125, and I'm going to play with that profit. I'm going to play with the house money. I don't want you to do that. So now you can come out like, though, 250 is going in your bank. You can pay bills with that. And then you can sit here and do this. Let's just see what happens. I'm going to end the video. All right, let's just see. This is true excess. There's a 5, 4, 8. You win $35. Now do a simple keep, okay, collect, and then press. So we're going to collect. Maybe you press early, I don't know, but maybe a little collect press. There's a 9. There's a 9. 5. 5. 2. 7 out. Add this. Now you're going home with 275. It did not matter. This was burnable. You could have got another 8 and you'd have made more money, but it doesn't matter at that point. If you get lucky, great. If you don't, minimum is 250. But since I lost, I still had this left. Now it's 275. It's 285 that I get to put in the bank. I hope you guys and gals are getting this. This is so important. This is why I have been successful for 40 plus years. It ain't that I'm the most fun out there, because I'm not. Matter of fact, talk to my wife. I won't let her talk to me when I'm at the table. Whether it's blackjack, whatever I'm doing. She knows better not to come over and bother me, because I am zoned, man. And of course, I know, I hear you. A lot of people go, well, what kind of fun is that? It ain't. So again, if you're there just to have fun and you don't care that you burned $500, $1,000 and it don't bother you and you actually have fun losing money, then I'm not talking to you. Fair enough. But if you care, please listen to me, y'all. Please. Well, there you go. I hope you enjoy that one. I think that's a good video for everybody. And I guess until the next time, y'all, be great. See you, bye.